Welcome back, Gambino Mafia. Bulk video record because I have today off due to part shortage at my job. So hey, we're back with this Hogwarts Legacy. I know it's been a while since I released the first episode, but hey, we're back. If you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're dropping videos weekly. We have a couple open series going. Go check those out. But let's get back to where we were at. We had just woke up. Let me grab my headset. Let's see if I can probably bump this up a little bit more. Alright. Find your common room. I don't think it's this way. Oh, downstairs.
Now, which way is the common room?
Bro, it's too early for you to be yelling like that. Shut up. What? Oh wait, is it this room? Or is it? What? What in the world? Am I going up the steps or down the steps? I think I'm going up the steps. Oh yeah, I was going the right way the first time. So I'm a Gryffindor house. Not a huge Hogwarts or Harry Potter fan. More of a Lord of the Rings Transformers guy. Gareth Weasley.
I would really like someone to try it. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's a little difference fundamentally between
That's
brewing a
new,
modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't
Nice to meet you,
appreciate my creativity as much as you might think.
Well, it was nice meeting you,
Appreciate you,
Gareth,
pal.
and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Yourself to
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Crusader.
Good luck today.
What is she doing up there?
Don't fall off this time, Nelly. First
I'm going to talk
aid.
to Crusader. Crusader. Is she there?
Oh, what did I do wrong this time? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working?
Cressida.
Ah! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
Yeah, that makes sense. Good answer.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one?
Hogwarts is the cast on
I'm just
spells.
going to keep at it.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year. And even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you,
Peace out.
Cressida.
You as well.
Yeah,
Enjoy
you
your first
go, girl.
day.
Get your ass from down there. I'm supposed to introduce
Nelly
myself.
will do anything for attention.
Nelly'll do anything for a thrill.
Nelly will do anything for attention.
Is it though?
Why is everyone so highly strung?
Whoa.
It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nelly, by the way. Nelly Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to
It's
Hogwarts.
true. It's terrifying.
Is it true?
There's nothing I couldn't
About the
handle.
dragon?
It's true.
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some
What do
much-needed
people say
excitement to
about my travels here? I'm
Gryffindor.
not afraid of heights
And
or have
Hogwarts,
you
for that
ever
matter.
found a dragon? Let's go with this.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat
What
in
do
a
people say about
carriage,
my
I'd
travels here?
think.
Exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via
that
train
makes
or
sense.
boat. Not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course
That's
it's got
very
people
heights, right?
talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next
Alright.
tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
All right, appreciate you.
New
Pimp.
Gryffindor.
And the
Professor
little dog.
Weasley's waiting for
Probably
you
wondering
outside
why
the
my guy's got
common
a
room.
scar over his eye, and I don't have a scar over mine. 'Cause I just think scars are cool.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Nice little book.
Here you are.
Whoa.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year.
What? It's
You would
called
be
a
wise
resource.
to take full advantage
Where'd
of
that
this
shit go?
exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing
Let's
it in
do it.
action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
I'm right behind you, woman.
This way.
Is she talking to that painting?
The guide will give you opportunities to practice
You
your
used to
magic
stand around
and
gossiping, I
educate
assume.
yourself about
Get your ass to
wizarding lore.
class. Yeah, that was probably forever
I
ago.
certainly would have
Excuse you,
appreciated
Rob?
something like
Was
the
knocked
field
over.
guide when I was a student. Using the guide
I'm
will
right behind
also
you.
train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Damn, bro, getting sit on my
The guide
nose.
appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Lumos.
Like the guide page. Oh. Oh, do that. Oh. The portrait depicts the wizard Borofio famed for
Revelio.
his brilliant elixir and an example of what happens when the cantions are improperly spoken. He once said S instead of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. Who painted this picture instead of helping dude? You've unlocked a field guide challenge in progress towards completing. Challenges appear here. Field guide challenges are the only way to acquire experience, points, or XP. Open field guide. This is your wizarding level XP earned from challenges. Increase your level and power. Field guide tracks your current challenge progress. Select the challenges menu to continue. Clicking the first guide page, unlock new challenge category, new challenges. You unlock throughout your adventure will appear here. Select field guide pages to continue. Each challenge has tier special rewards unlocked at each tier. You complete from appearances to critical upgrades. Rewards must be claimed for the challenge menus. Come back often to collect rewards you have upgraded. Damn, watch out.
Clever, isn't it?
Just watching
Keep your
him.
eyes open for more
What's that dude on the
opportunities
wall?
like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Well, if you pick up the pace, shit.
No time to waste. You've classes to
Swinging them
attend.
hips back and forth.
Good timing. Opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field
Just go
guide
to Flue
contains a
Flames
map
fast
of the
travel
castle.
point. You can
Open
open the
it
map
and
at any
find
time to fast
Central
travel to
Hall.
any discovered Flue Flames. Open map. Hogwarts is divided into two main areas. The left side of the map is where students and professors live and includes the common rooms and the Great Hall. Select the South region flag to continue. In this view, you can see the flue flames available in that region. Green flue flames represent flames you have discovered, including your own house. Common room gray flames reveal locations undiscovered. The right side of the map is where you find academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower, library, and greenhouses. Select the library annex region to continue. Professor Weasley has unlocked the Central Hall flue flame for you. Use the right stick to rotate the map and fast travel to the Central Hall. Library, potions class, Central Hall, fast travel. What? Hell yeah.
And here we are. Quite the time saver.
Down, I'm guessing?
These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Oh, it's a pretty cool statue.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the Hive.
Pretty legit statue.
Station, so to speak.
I wonder how many secret passages Hogwarts actually has.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible
What's Hogsmeade?
to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted
Charms
Professor
class?
Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Rowan.
Alright, well, thanks.
He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for
going.
belongings and an
He ain't saying
extended
nothing,
trip up
saying
to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid
You
that's all
said
there is
keep it
to
on
it.
the deal. I'm keeping on the deal.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude
She's been a
for
weird
magic,
vibe.
it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say
Facts.
I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get
Excuse
to
me.
class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
I will.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll
Sounds
explain
like a
more
bet.
about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see
Professor
if we
Fig.
can't
Sorry about
get
all the
you to
talking in this
Hogsmeade
episode.
for
We're
those
still trying to get
supplies.
through the ninks and kinks.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor
I did like
Weasley's
the latter. That is
interrogation
kinda
regarding
true.
our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to
makes
share
sense.
details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Whatever that thing is represents main quest. Completing main quest will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements. Lock. In these cases, you will need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor assignments or as quest rewards. Track a quest with aid to continue. Defense against dark arts class. Charms. Let's go defense against the dark arts class.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Hogwarts. Alright, let's get to this class. Whoop, at the left, go right, up the stairs. Begin. Damn, look at that skeleton up there.
Is that all you've got?
Damn, he was so smashed.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher in eastern Wales
He was amused.
to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards
she
more
said.
times than I care to remember.
See? Don't know that
Levioso.
shit.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice
Say
what
your
we've just
wand
learned.
with the left stick and guide it
Starting
along
with
with the
something
symbols.
small.
Press the spell, press the corresponding input when prompted to accelerate your wand's motion along the symbol's path. Boom. Like a pro.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Well, I gotta go first.
Let us begin
Yeah.
with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic cast.
Levioso. Levioso. Levioso.
Oh, basic cast. I'm stupid.
Now, the
Don't mind
basic
me.
cast. Well done.
What house you claiming?
Very good.
Slytherin.
But the best way to practice is by
Oh,
duel.
you talk tough, huh?
We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel using only
Forget her
Levioso,
Protego.
basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Oh, shoot.
Levioso. This should be easy.
Fuck, how do I block? I forgot.
Levioso. How's the view?
You're good.
Sorry, folks, I forgot how to. Oh.
Protego. Protego. Levioso. Good form.
I know.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say
All of my students are together.
Stupefy.
I do enjoy a
Levioso.
duel.
Yeah, getting his ass whooped
Use
now.
the
Talking all
basic
that
cast
talk.
when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad
Stop smiling.
for a beginner.
Make it look weak.
You give as good as you get.
That's what I do. Points to Gryffindor. Shout out to
I
Austin.
put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
thank you, Professor Heckard. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever
Appreciate
you
it.
can. Perhaps Mr.
Oh, is
Sallow
it?
will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out
looks
soon with
international.
additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone
Oh,
will be
appreciate
talking
that.
about it.
It was certainly
Nice
good
to meet you.
practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an
I'm just
expert.
that guy.
Sebastian Sallow, by the way, didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be quiet if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect
Sounds
fit
suspicious.
for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know.
Chairs hurt my
School
butt.
rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the... I'll see you soon. Or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
pardon me.
Professor Ronan tends to go one of those. You sometimes have to remind him.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of you! Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and turn summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Hale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with money, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not excellent control there. Not to worry. Very good. Splendid! Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. There we go.
Accio!
That's it!
Watch this. Yes! Brilliant! Here we go! Phew.
Accio!
A perfect score! Remarkable! Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio!
Very good.
Watch this. Yes! Quite impressive. Let us see this. Phew.
Accio!
Two perfect rounds. You're a natural. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me. A school that seemed to be floating in midair.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you
A
can
word,
use
if you
actual
would.
humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.